Two Young Ladies in Gray, The True Story of Mary and Molly Bell. Mary and Molly Bell were cousins from Pulaski County, Virginia, who disguised themselves as men to fight for the Confederacy during the American Civil War. Raised on a small, rural farm in the mountains of southwest Virginia, they learned to ride horses, hunt for food, and endure the harsh demands of farm life, just like their uncle. This childhood of resilience and discipline forged their strength, preparing them for the trials of military service. In the fall of the year of our Lord, 1862, their uncle left home to join and fight for the Union. The two girls, however, scorned by what they viewed as an act of betrayal, and driven by deep patriotism their country Virginia, resolved to take matters into their own hands. The more impulsive and passionate of the two, 22-year-old Molly, devised a plan for them to disguise themselves as men and enlist in the Confederate Army. Mary, only 15 at the time and more reserved, was persuaded by her cousin to join in this daring endeavor. To maintain their disguises, they cut their hair short, wore thick woolen shirts to conceal their figures, and practiced masculine mannerisms. They were country girls and could spit as good as any man. Their voices, naturally similar to adolescent males, drew little suspicion. Enlisting under false names, Mary as Tom Parker and Molly as Bob Morgan, their exceptional riding skills quickly earned them placement in the Confederate cavalry. After some time, their unit was captured by Union forces. Within hours, General John Hunt Morgan's men liberated the Confederate soldiers, demonstrating the chaotic tides of war in which Mary and Molly now found themselves. They then transferred to the infantry, serving under General Jubal A. Early in the Shenandoah Valley and participating in key battles, including Chancellorsville, Gettysburg, and Spotsylvania, where Early's forces bested General Burnside. Their comrades regarded them as gallant, first-class fighting men, commending their courage and dedication. The two boldly asserted that if all Southern women were as patriotic, the Confederacy might have secured freedom long before. Their bravery on the battlefield was remarkable. On one occasion, while on guard duty, Molly killed 3 Union soldiers with a muzzle loader as the enemy attempted to overrun the camp. Her quick action raised the alarm, helping repel the attack, and she was promoted to sergeant, while Mary earned the rank of corporal. Aware that their secret could be exposed at any moment, they confided only in a trusted young captain, who protected them from medical exams and other situations that might reveal their identities. Even when Molly suffered a battlefield injury, a shell fragment striking her arm, she minimized it as just a scratch, and Mary privately tended her wound until she fully recovered. In 1864, after 2 years of service, the cousins' secret was finally revealed. Their captain had been captured, leaving them vulnerable. They confided in a lieutenant, who promptly reported their identities to General Early. Rather than being hailed for their bravery, they were accused of being camp followers, a derogatory term for women who followed armies without contributing to the cause. The cousins were sent to Richmond and imprisoned at Castle Thunder, a notorious Confederate prison. News of their discovery spread, with varying accounts in the press. While some newspapers described them in scornful terms, calling them petticoat soldiers, others recognized their valor. Their fellow soldiers vouched for their courage, stating that they had fought as valiantly as any man. One source claims that the 2 women served 2 years in prison and were jailed for prostitution. I have doubts about this account and suspect it may reflect a Northern-made narrative for a documentary several years ago. Southern newspapers of the period, which had no reason to fabricate the story, make no mention of a full 2-year imprisonment. In November 1864, after a brief incarceration, Mary and Molly Bell were released from Castle Thunder without charges and sent home to Southwest Virginia, still dressed in their Confederate uniforms. Their military careers had ended, but their story survived in the historical records of women who defied societal norms. Mary and Molly Bell's journey as soldiers reveals the depth of their patriotism and courage. They are examples of the roughly 400 to 750 women who disguised themselves as men to fight in the Civil War. These women served for the same reasons as their male companions, to protect their farms, loved ones, neighbors, and families from a northern invader that was hellbound to deprive the southern states of their certain unalienable rights, endowed by their Creator, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, to live in peace and to be left alone. Despite the challenges the girls faced, including battlefield injuries, the constant threat of discovery, imprisonment, and public scorn, Mary and Molly Bell's story endures as a testament to determination, valor, and the often overlooked contributions of women in wartime. Eugene Mathena,